Hey y'all, it's Melissa at Messy Missy Creates. I would like to start getting, get into my journal. I have not done a thing. I mean, I've got my pictures and stuff like that printed, but I'm tripping over a little bit one thing, and it is Allison's Item of the Month challenge, and in a good way. So this month for December, it is watercolor. And I don't know, even though that I have some, on most of my pages, I have a white page. I'm not 100% sure I just want to throw watercolor on a thin scrapbook paper because you don't know what it's going to do to the other side. So that's my hesitation. I love my journal, by the way. And I keep wanting to do this. So I thought and the challenge did exactly what it was supposed to do. It challenged me to get out all of my watercolor supplies. So while I have that out, I sat down to do a journal with me video, but let me at least start with this. This may turn into I started watercoloring. This is not watercolor paper. It's not marker paper either. Ooh, hold on, I thought this was blank. My bad. I have different papers in here. So I'm just going to tear out a sheet of this. This is actually just mixed media paper. I didn't really want, just come all the way out then. I didn't really want watercolor paper. I have some. It's expensive and it's very thick. If you get, the good stuff, which I have some good stuff. I have some cheaper stuff. This is a Master's Touch. So I think it's just Hobby Lobby mixed media paper, but it will do the job. I'm just folding these perforations so that I can tear this off because yes, I want to use this because it's cool. So I wanted to preserve what was left of that. So what I want to do is, I think I was going to start with just getting two or three watercolor, maybe journaling spots done or ready to journal on and let them dry and then work in my journal. But this may turn into a let's make watercolor journaling spots video. I'm not sure which way this is going to go yet. So you'll know when you see the title, whether it's a journal with me or whether we just played with watercolor all day. So I have, I cannot find my thing of good brushes. This is one of them. It does not fit in my little case. When I moved craft rooms, I thought I knew right where all my art supplies were. I'm doing this because this is so soft, y'all. This is called a wash brush. If you just want to wash your whole page with watercolor, this is what you want to use. It's about 2 inches wide. It's like a 2-inch paintbrush. Well, yeah, it's 2 inches. I have some of my used to be decent. These used to be my good watercolor brushes. I have since used them for other things. They turned out not to be that good. I did not prep them well when they weren't expensive. They were Artist Loft, but they were deemed watercolor brushes. This one, I can tell it's got a hard spot in it, and I can tell I used it for acrylic or gesso or something like that. But anyway, they're not supposed to be this frayed out and whatever if you're truly doing watercolor. But this is not, I'm not doing art with watercolor brushes right now. I'm doing fun, just boxes, circles, things like that. This one is very stiff, and you don't want your watercolor brush to be that stiff. This one may work. So I have my cup of water right here. This is, I cannot turn it on its side so that you can see, but it says Paint Puck. And it's an awesome watercolor cup that you can hang your brushes on the sides. And so I use that for watercolor. I have a variety of cheap, this is Crayola watercolor. This is like the $5 Michaels watercolor. This is a little bit better. It's just a watercolor palette. Well, you see I had some dried blobs. These are all reusable. I can reconstitute any of this. So if I added water, it would mix all that together, and I don't want that to happen. But anyway, I can always reconstitute. I can put this red over here and this red over here, and I can rejuvenate that with some water. That's where I have tubes of watercolor. So that's my palette for that. This is my Prima. I love this. I wasn't sure if it was going to have Christmas colors in it. It has greens. This is a pinkier red. And this is like a step up from that, I guess. This is the Tropicals Prima. This is my... this is the best watercolor grade I have, and I cannot remember exactly what it is. They keep falling out of these little clips. I have them marked what number they are. Why does that say Shamrock when it looks very blue? I can't tell the reds, to be honest with you. That may be a red. That's clearly a green. One of these others is a green. I'd have to flip it over and look for a darker green. I don't want to get this technical. This is just fun. If I were painting something like a portrait or whatever, I would use those, which, don't be fooled, I don't know how to do that very well. The other things I have to play with are these Jane Davenport. These are like, I forgot what she calls them. They're mermaid markers. They're watercolor already in a watercolor brush. Oh, I do have a watercolor brush too handy if I need it. A water brush, aqua brush. It's got water in here, and you squeeze it and water comes out. So I might play with these a little bit. They're very pigmented, and I don't play with them very often. I don't play with any of my watercolors very often. Next thing I have is watercolor crayons, and I have more than this. I have like the Walmart brand. This is Jane Davenport. This is Bray Reese. I don't know. These are like a metallic watercolor creams, highly pigmented, that sort of thing. I have some from like Walmart. I have some from Michael's. I didn't drag them all out because I didn't figure we needed to drag everything out. I barely have any room to function. So anyway, I thought we would start just playing. Now there's a couple ways to do this. You can take and use this wash brush and use plain water and mark where you want it to go and then drop your color in. I don't know if we're going to do that. We don't need anything that technical. Trying to think where I'm going to start. These are one of the cheaper sets. They are not very pigmented, and they are like a shimmery, like a pearlized. Yeah, I do have a red and a green in here. Let's start with this, just for the fun of it. I just want to show, I mean, you know, probably this is not new information for you. I want to see what this green is going to look like. And I just want, I got to get it wetter than that. That was not very wet. Okay. I just want to paint some like squares and rectangles and still trying to get it wet enough. Paint, you know, just paint some watercolor things that I can use as little tip-ins or glue them in. See, this is where, when you have cheaper brushes, your bristles fall off into your paint. I'm getting really narrow here, aren't I? There we go. I should have probably put my water on my right so I don't have to keep reaching over you. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. I do have some wet wipes and I have a paper towel on standby just in case I need it. I am not a professional watercolorist by any stretch of the imagination. I have taken some classes. And I know some basics, but I just haven't, you know, I just haven't. Let me see if I can widen that a little bit without causing too much. I'm just trying to get some color down on the page. let's see, I'm going to switch. And I rinsed out my brush pretty well. And I want to see if I can do, I get this red up here. I think you can see. I'm going to get this red wet. And I'm going to do the same thing in a red. Watercolor, the thing about watercolor is it's light enough when it dries that you can write over it and it doesn't like damage your pens and stuff like that. Oh, I put a lot of water on that one. I was trying not to do that. You can write right over it and you don't have to worry about it damaging your pens, as you know, as opposed to like acrylic paints and stuff like that. It might, I don't know if I would push that and do like your good alcohol markers or anything like that. You know, don't go run out and try that. Okay, so that was fun. All right. So I've got two. What I want to do is just a couple, and then I want to switch gears. And let's see, I'm going to keep with this red. I'm going to see if I can do like a ornament or a bauble. Now, I can't draw a circle to save my life, so let's see if I can paint one. That's the thing about watercolor brushes. They hold water well, and that's what you want them to do. These are not good quality watercolor brushes. So, you know, I shouldn't have to keep picking paint out of my, I shouldn't have to keep picking brushes, what do you call this? Bristles out of my, I'm going to have a napkin or paper towel. I use the Viva paper towels for art and stuff like that in my craft room, because they're very soft and absorbent. And see, like I still had red on there. What I really need to do is go change out my water, but I can't get up and do that. So I'm going to make a green bauble. And somewhere in this, we're going to have a couple of journaling spots. Usually the more water that you put on it, the less pigment you're going to have. But I'm struggling to get enough water on them. And this one is very light, but that actually is okay. I can keep working at it. I can daub off some of the water on my paper towel over here and get more pigment, and it'll just kind of drop in like that. There is a serious glare on mine. I don't know if there is on yours or not. I'm just trying to pick up more pigment so it'll darken it up a little bit. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to let those dry. And then what I want to do is come back after they've dried. I want to come back and draw like the little ornament hanger on them. I might not have left myself enough room up here. But I want to let them dry. And then I've got my fan on too. And I have my heat tool ready if I need it. Let me see if I can find somewhere flat to lay that. Flat-ish. I'm going to tear out another page. And we're going to use something other than that. Let's play with the mermaid markers for a minute. Because I think those will be really fun. And I'm not sure. Okay, so I am sticking to green and red right now. I may, because I know that the first couple pages in my journal are, you know, green and red based. I have two different greens. That's a bluer green, that's a yellower green. And I have two different reds. So let's see what we like. The watercolor crayons, you can color on it and then activate it with water. To me, they leave brush strokes, or they leave, what do they leave? Something on it. I'm debating on whether or not I want to. Okay, I haven't even used this one. This one, I think I can just paint lines. Let's see, how do I have forgotten how to activate that. Okay, I've used this one. Let's use this one. What I was thinking is I would just have some... I need to tilt my page because I'm going to write. I was thinking about just doing some with some lines and making some journal lines. Okay. Well, if you squeeze it too hard and shake it too hard, you get more than you bargained for. But that's okay. They add little touches onto... They'll dry eventually. Those will take a long time to dry. So I have some... Let's stick with the red, seeing how we have red polka dots everywhere, and I don't want to add green to my red. There we go. Okay. Those, if I had wanted it, I don't see myself getting this nice bauble out of it or a solid. I think I'd have to put water down and then drop in color with that. I'm not sure I'm going to get this green because I think you have to do something in here and I don't remember what it is. And can you tell I haven't used this? So see, the idea of the challenge is to get you to use your stuff that you might not normally use. So see, that is already working. It's getting me to use some things that I don't normally use. There was probably instructions in here once upon a time. I have purple ready, I have blue ready, I have yellow ready, or kind of a peachy color. I want green. It seems like I remember you have to take out something in here, but to be honest with you, I'm very afraid to do that because I don't want ink to spill everywhere. Well, I should have checked that. I forgot I hadn't used some. It says push. So let's see if we can get some ink down here. If not, we won't worry about doing these in green. We'll just move on. Okay, we're going to move on. I will come back to that. Yeah, that red is not... This is a pinkier red. My lobster red is not activated yet. So, let's do... we could do some with some crayons. Sure. Let's do that. Actually, I do like these pearls for Christmas. The only green I have is this very lime green. And that would be okay, I think. Whereas in here, I have a true red and green. In my Jaden Davenport, these are her, like, color stick. They kind of roll up like lipstick. You know, because everything that she does is, like, makeup-based. Okay, so this is really a lighter green as well. But see, it kind of looks like lipstick. You turn it up like lipstick. So you draw these on. And then you can come back and activate them. And doing just lines like this, I probably could have done it on regular paper, on the cardstock or whatever. I just don't have that much cardstock in my journal. It's all like just paper. I don't want the green and red to mix is what I don't want. Because then you end up with this muddy brown. Okay, so I'm going to use one of my other brushes. Let me figure out what I did with... Actually, I may use my water brush for this. Yeah, because I don't have... I do have one that's a small... It's very small. I have this one that's a little bit bigger, but not much. Let's see if I can do it with this. Really don't know that I want to. This is the same brush I was using earlier. But see how the watercolor crayons kind of leave that streak? For lines, that's not that bad. I don't mind it so much. But if you're coloring in a large section, you're going to have all these, you know, all these marks. Because all of the ink, all of the pigment doesn't melt, I guess, is activate, for lack of better words. Okay, so let's keep on keeping on. But again, for lines, I don't mind that. And this is still considered watercolor, at least in my book. The red is activating pretty easily. And again, I did turn my fan back on. I know it makes a racket, but so that this can dry pretty quick. Because I would like to use them in my journal today. So we're going to leave it at that. And I don't know. I thought about going back and adding some other flecks in there, but I think if that will ever dry, they will be neat additions to the page. I thought about going back and flicking on some more like green watercolor or whatever, but we're gonna let these dry. No, these are still very wet. Okay, let's let them dry. I'm gonna move my water. See where I can find that it will not be in the way. I have an art cart in my closet, but it was pretty, I've got stuff on the floor. Surprise, surprise, right? I've got some stuff that was kind of blocking it from rolling out very easily, and I didn't feel like doing major construction this morning. So I just pulled it all out individually instead of rolling the whole cart out. Okay, I didn't even use that, but we may go back. If this turns into a journal with me video, which I think it's fixing to, then we will we may come back and play with the watercolor a little bit more if you want to. So as you can see, I have not done anything in my journal. I did cut up my numbers. Well, some of them anyway. Half the month. Let me see if I can get the first few out anyway. Day 1 was a bore. 2 and 3. Let's see what we have here. And I did my nails, for the gala. You heard me talk about the gala. These go on day 2. This goes on, oh, tell me I didn't leave my scissors. Okay. This goes on day 2 and day 3. So this one goes on 2. And this one goes on 3. I'm hoping to make it to page 3 today. I don't know, because I just spent 20 minutes playing with watercolor. We may not. And I can't remember. I'll have to think about where those go. Let's see. Where are my notes? Notes. These are pictures from the gala. And these are later in the week. I needed these, and I need my notes. Okay, so day 1 was a snooze fest. It was a Sunday. We were, we had just gotten back in from out of town. We ended up not going to church. We were really tired, but we did clean. We went through our bedroom, and it had gotten to be a hot mess. So we went through and cleaned up in there a little bit. We had some stuff that, like, last year, when we were fitting the tree into the, wait, that's not right. That's a Thursday. this needs a Tuesday. We added some, we shove everything in our bedroom because it's the last room that anybody sees. So it ends up just being a free-for-all. And we finally got a little bit of a grip on it. And then we both have clothes that we don't fit into anymore. We both have, you know, I joke about my husband in his wardrobe. That's like wardrobe, but on the floor. So we just had to kind of get a grip on some stuff. So we worked in there together. And okay, but how do you depict that in your journal, right? I don't have, you know what I probably could find is like a magazine image. I didn't find one ahead of time. I think what I'm going to do is just glue these down, and we're going to leave that one for another day. Glue stick. I feel like I haven't been in my craft room. I haven't journaled in a while. I still need to finish my, wait, I usually do this way. Okay. I usually, come on, roll up. You can do this. Yeah, I feel out of practice because it's been several days since I've worked in a journal at all. And I don't like that feeling. I feel very out of practice, out of sync, out of something, out of sorts. Okay, so we're going to skip over that day because, like I said, it was very boring. This day is the 2nd, and I did, I harvested some of my pineapple sage. It was supposed to freeze that night. That was supposed to be our first freeze, and it didn't end up freezing. But that's okay. It kind of pushed me to harvest some things. So this is I meant to bring a real one in here. I think I have one. If I find it, I'll show it to you, because I was showing it to somebody else in here. This is called Roselle hibiscus. It's called a calyx, and it almost looks and feels rubbery, but it's not. It's let's see. He had a fishing meeting this night. But you can make teas out of it. You can make, it has kind of a tartar, like cranberry flavor to it. You can make jellies. You can make cranberry sauce. You can make all kinds of things. But it harvests right at the end of the season. They don't even start forming and flowering until the days start getting shorter. But they grow. You start them in the spring and they grow. Oh, why did I do that? Because this is what I was going to do. I was going to cut it out. So I did my nails in this green. I was going to do red sparkly and for the gala. And I had this green glittery. Ooh, I just trimmed my fingernails. And my dress, I didn't wear a dress. My shirt for the gala was a green shimmery, not glittery, but shimmery. So I can't see in between there to cut. So I said, well, you know, when else am I going to want green nails, right? So I did it. And I whacked that one too, didn't I? Well, that one has a shorter fingernail on it. Talk about fussy cutting. Anyway, so, I did it, you know, I took the picture like this in my bedroom so you could see my shoes under my dresser and whatever. But I just thought this would be fun to add to a corner of the page or something like that. So I think I'm going to put that up there. I really wish these would dry. They're almost dry. Because, no, that's... Oh, the other thing I have to look at is my cap. Hold on. I lost it today. I need to look in my capsule and see what I'm going to put. So we haven't dug in this new capsule yet. So let's see what we have. And I have a plethora of Christmas paper. Oh, y'all. Okay, so yesterday I went to my sister's and I got to dig through the rest of her stuff. Holy smokes at the craft supplies I got. Yeah. Oh. I just dropped. Hold on. Just dropped a whole passel of stuff. I don't know what else fell. I hope it didn't fall in the garbage can. I'll have to check it really good before I throw anything away. So I don't think I need another pocket or tuck or anything like that. But I probably could use some of these scraps. Pardonnez-moi. Yeah, I don't think I'd want that on that page. I could put this on this one. Let me get this back over where you can see. Not in love with it. Not in love. I have a doily. We can make a pocket out of the doily. Do I need a pocket? I did my journal cover video this day. Yes, I was late. We went out of town right after Thanksgiving dinner. We went out of town. And that really threw me, journaling-wise, it threw me for a loop because I was ill-prepared. I think we could make a pocket or a tuck out of this if we really wanted to. I'm still debating on putting a watercolor right there. I know that's going to end up in disaster. I'm tempted to cut this in half. And either make a tuck. Yeah, because it's not going to fit. I wanted to sew this into the journal, and I did not do that. So, although I could tip that in right there and let that be, or doesn't have to go on the white page. It could go on this page. It's kind of busy, though, huh? Let's cut it in half. Let's just do it. Be brave. Hopefully this will be half-ish. Let's see. I want this over here. I like the look of it anyway. I mean, even if it goes here, I like the look of it. So we could do it that way and make a little tuck. I don't really think I have that much to put on this page. I could put this down here. I do want something. I don't want that white background though. Even if I put, oh, this paper's kind of cream colored. I don't know if I'm gonna like that or not. Could do the red. I'm not in love with that either, y'all. Not in love with it. But it's watercolor and I'm doing it. I need to draw on the little bobble thingies. I don't think I'd want a bobble on here. I think I want something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying really hard. Are y'all following along with Allison's challenge? Like I said, this one I had to think about. Because I couldn't change the way I made my journal. Not easily, anyway. I mean, I guess I could have. I could have gone out and bought more stuff and whatever. And done, like, watercolor pages for my journal pages. But talk about thick and expensive. So, I wasn't going to make any changes to the way I already had. Oh, that is the wonkiest cut I think I've ever seen. I mean, I deliberately did some of it wonky, but I don't know if I wanted quite that wonky. So if I tuck that under there, or this could be, I was thinking I'd put that there, I could cover that with this. I could tip this in. That covers most of the page, so maybe I'm okay with that. Still may put that down there, although it seems very random just sticking up down there. Or not sticking up, but just Okay, that's not horrible. That's not horrible. That leaves this day kind of blah. This would be where I'd need the journaling space, right, to write on that. So perhaps what do we think? What are your thoughts? I could put a little house on this day. This is from the capsule. I stayed home and painted my nails. I mean, I can write here. I don't have to have a journaling spot right there, is what I'm getting at. So I'm almost thinking I like this over here better. I'm just not sure. I could try with that red. It wouldn't put too much water on the page. I like this. I'm going to glue it down. I'm all over the place. I am so sorry. I have some, you know, I could just add some random papers. I think if I put enough of this stuff on here, though, I think it'll be all right. What else did I do this day? Oh, we got shoes. So that is, I'm going to glue this on because I like that. I was just waiting to see if I wanted to slip something else underneath there. But I like that, so I'm going to glue that on. I think I'm going to use my art glitter glue. I'm not going to glue it all the way down. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. It was serious. It started coming out in full force. It wasn't waiting. It was not bashful at all. Okay, so, because I do like this. And I could have done it to where it stuck off the other side, but... So that's from the capsule. I just got glue on my inside cover. I like this up here. I can glue that down. I can glue that there. Not sure about this yet. Maybe there. And then this is kind of up in the air. Like that. I kind of like that. What do you think? This is pretty thick paper. I think I can glue it down though. And I think I can put that house on there. Because I like that. No, I like it up here, I think. Okay, let's do it. Actually, let's do this other side first. I just didn't know if I was going to want any background paper on here. But no, not if I'm going to write on it. That's right. Let me glue. It always takes me a minute to get acclimated to a new journal. Does it do that to you too? Does it take some, you know, it just takes a minute to get, even though it's the same journal, I made it the same way, you know, the same. I haven't had a lot of blank white pages in my journals though. I think that's the other thing throwing me for a loop. So, I may go off camera and try some watercolor on one of them. One of the pages and see how that works. Oop, that's upside down. At least put it on right side up. There we go. You know, I think I have two. I do. I have two doilies. Okay. Well, so now I have an extra doily in my... Ooh, that wouldn't look bad. That brightens up that page, doesn't it? Okay, but what does that change, though? How does that change the dynamics of my... How does that change the dynamic of the page? I'm going to go ahead and put this on so it quits falling off. Or it stops falling off. I could put this over here. me let it sit there for a second and see if I like it. Okay, so we have that on there and that on there. I made these Santa so they were a little easier to cut out. I did the green square behind his head, and I like that. They were so much easier to cut out. Okay, so I have meeting reminder, and I have this. This is curling. I like that under there as a tuck. I also have, these were, no, this is not on that day. He got new shoes. But I don't know if this was not his. So I'll have to go find the thing from his shoes. We had gone to the shoe store and I had gotten shoes. He had gotten work boots, and then we didn't think about looking for him some dress shoes for the gala until, you know, till the day before the gala. So I think if I put this over here, it's going to complicate things. If I put it over here, it fills that page. I'm not going to write on it. Can I write about everything in this one section? I don't know. But I kind of like this. I kind of do. I kind of do. Let me see if this will tuck in here. It kind of bulks it out a little bit. Because this is not very firm. It's going to have to be a flatter piece of paper, I think, for it to be a tuck. Unless we do a pocket. That I can do. I can do that, and it still adds a little color over here. Maybe I can iron that down. It's just thick and curls. So if I add that as like a pocket, what does that do to... No. No, 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 no. Let me do this over here real quick. I'm going to get that red. We're just going to do it, y'all. I really want this one. I want this lobster red. Lobster. Oh, I know what it is. That's supposed to come out. Okay, I got it. Because then that pokes the ink thing down into the... I remember now. I knew it'd come back to me eventually. Okay, so do I want green? Seeing as how I figured that out, do I want green on here since I have so much red? Let's see. Take that yellow little clip out of there and get this green going and activated. Let's see what this is going to look like. Okay. It's kind of a blue-green, huh? Yeah, I don't really want a blue-green. Ooh, that's temperamental. Man, I just put down a whole blob of... That's very dark, too. Okay, let's put that one back. Let's stick with our red. I'm going to bring this back, though. Seeing as how it wants to drip everywhere. Ooh, that gets juicy in a hurry, huh? Okay, I like that red, though. I like that red a lot. That will match the page great. Okay, we're doing it. If I'm going to ruin one, I'm going to ruin the first page right off the bat. Because I'm going to make some writing lines. And I'm not going to make them very... I'm not going to squeeze the tube. So here's our watercolor on this page. Now, I could do the same thing with this water pen, the aqua pen I just showed you. I'm concentrating, can you tell? Okay. Because that got dried out a little bit, but I was afraid to squeeze it. Okay. Whew. All right. I think that will work. That's going to take just a second to dry. I don't see any of it going through. That's good. Okay, I like that. So now we don't even have to have this on this day. So let's see how we like the page without it. So let's go back to this. I could put this here or down here. And I have, these are out of my capsule. Please tell me I don't have another one on there. Okay, I still could put the house, because that's out of my capsule too. I have this. Could put this right here. That would go there. I could put this down here. And then I think that was it. I'm gonna use this art glitter glue while I have it out. I'm gonna put that here. Unless I put it down here and make that a little bit stiffer. Let me glue this down. I like it there. Let's make that happen. I'm gonna glue it a little further on this time, I think. Okay. It makes those two pages kind of cohesive. Anyway, okay. Getting braver with the watercolor. And then I like that right there. I think that will work. Maybe would have liked it under here a little bit. Look more like a cluster. What do we think about that? I don't think I'm going to come back and add anything under here. I may end up just gluing those down. What do we think? Do we like that? Do I need anything else? Could add a border. That's from the capsule. Ooh, I like that. Like that a lot. Or I could just add a little piece. I could add a little bit to that. And then a little bit to this. And I can always cut more of these out if I want them. But I do like that a lot. Okay, well then I'm just going to add it to the whole side. Let's see, where am I going to stop? Right there. This is, I love this paper rickrack die cut. It's really long. The actual die cut is, well, you see how long it is. It's longer than 9 inches. Because my journal is, scoot it over. You want it to stick out a little bit. There we go. There. I like it. I like it. Now I'm going to put, I mean, I could just add that little piece to there, or no, I'm going to put it back in the capsule because that might be fun on a tag someday if I make a tag or a small little something or another. Okay, so I think I like this here. I can pull that up just a little bit if I choose to. And it kind of makes that a little cohesive with that. I don't know, I keep using that word like I'm, you know, like I'm sure of it, but to me, in my mind, it makes it a little bit more of a cluster. So if we join them and like overlap or underlap them or whatever the case may be. Hold on, you weren't supposed to go there. There. And then this is going to go down here all by its little lonesome. Although I don't have any tags ready. I need to make some Christmas tags. I haven't made any yet. I'm going to glue this on because I'm pretty sure I want this down here. Oh, I bent my thumb. I bent it. Okay. There we go. Oh, wait. I still need that. Did that a little too soon. Okay. Meeting reminder. Not straight. Okay, what do we think? This works. This dried pretty quick. It did not go through the back. I can feel it's funny, I can feel the ridges on it. Usually you can't really feel watercolor. I guess it's where the paper got wet. But I like that. I'm happy with that. That's my watercolor. This, and this were from the capsule. So this was one item, 2, 3. I used 3 things from the capsule on this day. Let me tack this down since I bent it up. Okay. And, well, this did sort of turn into a little bit of a quick, well, I don't know about quick, journal with me. Do we want to put a sticker? We have a few minutes. I could put like a little red bow. Ooh, I wonder what that would look like on my finger, on one of my fingers. Kind of, I don't know. Sure, why not? I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but it's a sticker and it's there. I have more stickers, but we're going to let that be for right now. And yeah, that was, it just takes a minute. It takes a minute for me to get acclimated to a new journal. I need to go back. I'll finish that day. And then this will be the gala day. I'll come back and do this one with you because we got some decent pictures and some other fun stuff from that day. What else? Yeah. So I'm leaving these up for now. They can just flip and flap. I don't care. Maybe I'll do some hidden journaling underneath them, or maybe not on this one so much. But if I did come back and get whatever that was that he had on his shoes or something from him at the store, I could always come back in. Even if I glue this up like that, then that might act as a tuck. Or this one, you know, I could glue it a little ways up here and then it would tuck something in. So we're leaving our options open. I did not use any washi tape, but okay, I'm pleased with it. I'm happy with this page. I was a little nervous about how the watercolor thing was going to work, you know, but that would work. I think I want a darker green for most of these days. Now, like for that day, this color would be fine. That day, this color would be fine because that page is dark. But I just wasn't loving it on that day. And then I'm going to come back. That already dried. And then do my, I do like the little baubles. And I'm going to do the little thing with the circle at the top. And, all right. If you want to see some more journal spots and journal cards or whatever, making with watercolor, drop that in the comments. Let me know, and maybe we can make that a video. I did not get a chance to do a Let's Make video this week, and I apologize for that. I probably will still make some other stuff. I need to do some journal tags. It doesn't have to be on a Monday. I can do it whatever day. But anyway, well, let me know what you think of this, and I will... I appreciate you being here, and I will see you in the next video. Y'all have a great day. Bye.